excited. There's so much language. Oh, I just hit myself.
You did find everything.
It all will happen in time. Hello and welcome back to a chaotic start to the vlog. I am the girl who decided to start vlogging while Mark is having an improv show in the other room. But bear with me while we talk in between him talking. He does these online improv shows. I haven't done one in like a month, so it's fun to get back into it. But I had to start now because today's timing and things that I need to get done, it was so quiet for like a good 2 minutes. I should know better. We're just up against a lot of different things scheduled in for the day, but I wanted to start this vlog today to get us going into Monday, just with good vibes. I think I ended last week carrying a little bit more stress than I have in a while, to be honest, but I woke up today and I realized it because, well, actually yesterday I wasn't feeling well and it almost felt like flu symptoms. And I've really been, because of my reading in The Untethered Soul and a lot of the reflection and conversations Mark and I have been doing, I am really aware of where my body is holding stress. This morning I made sure I made time to read and journal and realized like I was holding a lot of stress here. So this morning I did some yoga and then I have been using, actually it's from Lush, it's a magnesium lotion, and it helped so much just rubbing it while I like breathed, did all the things and was just letting go. But life does feel a little bit overwhelming lately. There's been a lot happening just outside of things. Some things I can, tell you. Obviously work has been a little bit crazy. There's been a lot of good, a lot of celebrations, but also some sadness and hard things that are going on in different friend groups. And so I'm just trying to be supportive and it's been a lot on my mind this weekend and heavy on my heart, I guess, but also like simultaneously feeling excited about other things. But it is a beautiful sunny Sunday. We have family night tonight and actually it's really fun. Mark's parents are getting ready to go to the Kentucky Derby, which is next weekend. So they've themed our family poker night Kentucky Derby themed. And so Mark and I are gonna get really dressed up and just like really play the part of what you would do if you're going to the Kentucky Derby. I'm so excited for that. And so I thought, oh, let's vlog. Let's start the vlog, get ready for the week together as well. In 7 minutes, I am hopping on a FaceTime call with one of my really good Instagram friends. Instagram friends turned real life friend, Rachel. She lives in Colorado. Her Instagram handle's Connections with Rach. You might know her. Back in 2020, we were actually like linked together a lot on things. We collaborated a lot, just in terms of mindfulness. And she's actually the person that recommended The Untethered Soul to me. So if you've watched vlogs since like January on, I've been talking a lot about Michael Singer and his podcast and the book. And she is the reason I know of him. I get to talk to her and just catch up. I mean, just like hang and I'm really excited to do that. So I'm keeping an eye on my clock. I have 5 minutes now. But then after that, we will reconvene. Cheers to that. Cheers to a good week. I'm really determined to let go of last week, go in this week with the purpose of, being present with my kids, being present with the families I work with in our IEPs tomorrow. He's getting louder. It's like he knows I'm talking to you. And I do have something fun we're gonna plan together tomorrow for a spring speech therapy activity that it can be done with push-in or pull-out speech therapy. I'm gonna show you how I'm adapting it this week as a push-in, but I'm also, for my pull-out sessions, probably gonna be using it too. I'm really, really excited for that. All right, see you later. Yeah, you have to, I think something I do want to do right now, I'm going to film a reel of the toys that I love using with preschoolers. I thought that would be a really fun way to just give some inspiration to my fellow preschool or pediatric SLPs of things that you might want to use in your sessions, and just give you an idea of the things you can use that can be considered therapy tools or toys. But I thought, why not just show you as I'm showing Instagram? So I'm going to set up some double camera action and I'll show you what some of my top toys are. Cards.
Ready?
Yeah. Woo! First toy, I talk about this one a lot. is the Little Tikes blender. I haven't been able to find this on Amazon since I bought it, which was years and years ago. But I absolutely love this toy, and I have found it on like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. So I have one linked on my storefront that is similar. The whole point is that the kids can turn it on and turn it off. I love it because you can put toys in. So if we're doing any kind of labeling activities or object functions, or if we're doing speech sounds, so using my Bjorn speech sound cue cards, it's a really fun way to like show like, okay, you did your trial of that sound, put it in, blend it up. Oh, I just hit myself. All for the shot. Ow. Ow! Is my nose red? The next fun toy that I love so much, not really, is a Jack in the Box. This one's really good for just building the engagement and the fun. Kids love coming back for more interaction when they enjoy it, obviously. So having something that, you know, is just fun, you can anticipate it. I do find this though to be a very magical toy in my sessions. It's a good way to kind of start a session with a new student, or for students where you're just trying to build that like connection with, especially the little ones. You maybe have a non-speaking client or limited verbal client, and you can really build the connection, the interaction, the non-verbal communication through this toy. So I really do love it. Puppets. Puppets are a really good way, just again, for that interaction, to have a toy where you can work on imitation, play silly games like, ah, I got your hand, and things like that. So love me a good puppet. This is my Bumpus, and I love it so much, and my students have loved it too. I've been doing a lot of screenings lately, so the kids are coming in and they're not used to this, but they're coming in and having to sit at a table for 20 minutes, maybe while we're doing a preschool screener or articulation screener. But this has been really helpful. I let them wear this, or they can choose to hug it while they're working, and I noticed some of them really like to play with the hands because they're all weighted and it stays on you, or they just like the way that feels. This has been a really useful toy slash tool slash sensory experience. Another kind of toy that's really good to have is some kind of cause and effect tool like this, where you need multiple pieces to make the toy work. It essentially has a lot of different things going on. You can take turns, you can watch what happens when you hit the ball through the hole. The way I have it set up, I like to do this with a lot of my toys. I call this communication temptation. So I put whatever, like one piece of the toy in a clear jar, because this helps my students know this is accessible, it's here, it's a part of this, I'm not taking it away from you. But it adds an element of, you know, interaction to it. So we can work on requesting, maybe we can just work on, oh my gosh, there they are. We can talk about putting them in, opening, closing. There's a lot that goes with this. I won't do this to frustrate my students. I want to make sure I emphasize that. The goal is not to frustrate. The goal is to naturally build in a temptation for communication. But I won't do it if like the minute I start putting the balls in the jar, if my student starts getting frustrated and pulling them away from me or anything like that, then I'm not going to incorporate that communication temptation just yet. We'll just keep them out, and I'll keep modeling language as they hit the balls. Now it is almost time to start getting ready, but this kitchen is a mess and I want to get a little bit of food prepped for tomorrow. So I'm gonna do some chopping, get some veggies going, and then we'll get ready for Kentucky Derby night. All right, we're ready to go to Kentucky Derby night. The fit checks. The hats didn't work out, the idea I had for our hats, so we're just going hatless. The dress I thrifted with Freebirds. Let's go win poker. Let's get our derby on.
Roses.
What do you think?
It smells like a rose. I don't know.
Smells like a powdery gardenia.
Yeah. That's true. Gardenias smell really good.
Mark's really living on the edge.
Living on the edge!
Living on the edge. We're home from a very fun family night. We had a lot of fun just joking around. I'm feeling very excited, enthusiastic going into the week, so that's good. Starting off tomorrow with a lot of meetings, bright and early. Like I said, we'll have some time tomorrow to do a little bit of planning, and I'll show you what fun thing I have planned for this week. I just wanted to say goodnight. Look at me. Night 1 of the vlog, and I'm already checking in with you to say goodnight and get us to tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Just logging in to my computer. Actually have been at this for a little while this morning in terms of work. Got to my home site after my first 2 meetings of the day that were at another one of my sites. Those went really well and fast, and we were done within an hour and a half because they were for a set of twins. The next few things I have to do, I have about an hour and a half until my 3rd meeting of the day. So I think what we'll do in that time is plan, because I want to show you the fun activity I'm bringing to my sites this week. And I also, before we do any of that, I wanted to show you something that came in the mail. Fun little mail time. This book that I ordered was written by a fellow SLP. You might know her, sensory SLP, Jessie Ginsburg. She is amazing and has taught me so much. I actually was very blessed to be able to go to one of her trainings a couple years ago. Her and her fiance, Speech Dude, which is Chris Winger, who was my undergrad hours like supervisor, which is just such a small world and really cool. They did a training for us on neurodiversity affirming practices, but Jessie specializes in sensory needs and sensory supports. But I got her book. Isn't that exciting? I do want to transition from something really exciting to something a little bit sad. There are some changes happening for me. I found out on Thursday. I'm not leaving preschool. I feel like that got really, as I said it, it felt like I was about to announce like this huge change. No. This isn't a big change. This wonderful, magnificent speech room is most likely not going to be a speech room anymore. And it makes me so sad because this room has been a place where I have grown. I have had so many happy moments with my students in here. I'm really emotionally attached. So it's probably a really good thing that I'm being told to move. I always knew this could happen. I know I've been too attached to this space, and it's good to let life change and learn how to grow through it and be okay. I love environment. Like I'm so dependent on my environment, and I almost to a fault where it's like, you know, I build this environment up, I make it my own, and then things have to change. And I was told Thursday my room is needed for something else, and I'll be relocating, and we're gonna be downsizing. I feel like it's going to be a fun little experiment of how to become a minimalist preschool SLP. So get ready for some fun content on that, whatever that looks like. At the same time, like I think about it, I'm like, it's such a small thing. I can either be sad about this and like be like, no, like you can't do this, or I can be like, wow, like I have really thoroughly enjoyed this room. This room has served me and my students for 6 years. That's a good stretch, and that is so many good years. And the next room, albeit smaller, we're going tiny house SLP edition. That was just some updates to share with you. All right, this week, the plan, cardboard. Just kidding. A scavenger hunt. And we made these last year. It's just a piece of cardboard. I had all these like different Amazon boxes and stuff that we made little windows out of. And then I think we laminated. Yeah, we laminated them. You could also just put tape. You could just tape them, like clear tape. But we did laminate them and then cut out everything and put Velcro on them. Super simple, easy DIY. I believe we got these images on TPT. I will link, if I can't find the same one I used, I will link something similar, but they are just things you can find outside. So what we did was I just put a variety of things that the kids could find, and then they would go and we would look through these and they would have the visual of what they could find here. That's the plan for this week. I'm really excited. There's so much language, and we get outside. That's the best part. We get outside and we get talking about what they already see. Another thing I could do is bring the binoculars. That could be really fun. Maybe I will do that too. I'll bring the binoculars so they could take turns like looking through them. My goodness, I am so tired. I just made the executive decision to not vlog after my last meeting today. This is just me getting on here and saying good night and I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm exhausted. There are more fun things to look forward to this week, so I'm excited to take you along for all of it. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Guys, I did not sleep well again last night. Every once in a while, I feel like this happens. I don't know if it's because it's a busy season at work and my mind kind of is racing as I go to bed, but like, I could not fall asleep for the longest time. But I was so determined to make it here today because doing our scavenger hunt at Centers today, and I'm just so excited to do that with the kids. So we're gonna get in there and get to it. So let's go on some scavenger hunts.
You did find everything.
That was the best center I've ever done. Ever. I did this last year. It was super fun, but like just the flow of it and everything today went so well. So good. Can't wait to do it again this afternoon. We're absolutely running out the door right now to get to improv. Mark and I haven't even eaten. We have 15 minutes before we need to leave, you know, to be there on time and do all the things. But I just wanted to let you know that's like the next step of our day, because I haven't checked in with you since all the scavenger hunt goodness, which has been awesome. But we are really on the go. So I will see you once we are at our improv show setting up. I plan to film the entire thing, so I'll get some good footage for the vlog. So. Yay.
Thank you for being here. We'll definitely be relying on you for some suggestions.
I want a real teacher.
Good day to be a log.
Daisy is water.
You're very supportive. You're great. Thank you.
Quick recap of the night. The show was amazing. I am very tired. My belly is very full because we went and did our traditional thing. Yeah, we got breakfast burrito. It was a fun show. We did a lot of long form comedy. Mark got some fun gifts.
The show was awesome. They did, I mean, I never expect they're not going to do good, but they did better than I thought. I was a little nervous because I threw in some things, some long form things, but they did a fantastic job. It was very good, and well, I'm just grateful to have such a kick-ass class.
Yeah. All right. I am going to go to bed, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow for fun Wednesday things. Good morning. It's a little hard to wake up this morning, but I have good things to report. I got good sleep last night. I was able to fall asleep. I did drink some like sleepy time. It's like the Trader Joe's version of sleepy time tea called Well Rested. I definitely think that helped. Today should be fun. It's gonna be a classic day of just pull out therapy. I also want to get caught up on some paperwork. I feel like I say that every week, but I am gonna take some time to do that today while I'm at my site, kind of in between pulling kids. And later today, I'm so excited. It's my day for meal train for Angie. And so after work, I'm gonna pick up food and take that to them, and I'll get to meet the baby. And so I'm really looking forward to that. For now, I will say see you when we get to work.
Was the grass on the ground or in the sky?
In the ground.
In the ground.
Sun.
Sun. Where was the sun?
In the sky.
Up in the sky. Igloo. Water. Melon.
All right, I'm home, and I know I didn't get much today as far as SLP content. I know I got a lot yesterday for you though, so I feel good about it. Another thing too that has been kind of on my mind as I'm filming is that some comments came through it must have been the last vlog that has actually come out, which was the one where I started off showing you like a bit of life versus work. And I got some feedback that basically said you like seeing more of the life stuff. And I want to continue to show you all of it, the balance between the two and how I've kind of learned to navigate that. So we're gonna do more life in this vlog, at least it seems like it is so far, which in all honesty, right now in seasons like this, I feel like the load of it really comes in the spring for me. And so being present in my life helps me a lot. Being present with my people, or just making sure I'm taking time for like solitude and to be on my own and have nights to myself and things like that. So sharing that with you is really helpful because one, it gets me to do it. It gets me to do what works for me. Two, it helps you maybe find inspiration and what can help you find balance. So I am happy to share these things with you. I'm glad that you want to see more of it. So that being said, we are going to head out pretty soon to see Angie. And when I say we, I mainly mean me. I'm going to, be respectful of, new mom, new family life, as they acclimate, but I'm so excited to meet him. We're grabbing food from one of their favorites, actually one of Angie and mine's like nostalgic favorites. It's a place called Vince's Spaghetti. If you're in the Inland Empire, you might know it. They have a couple locations, but the original one is actually down the street from my house. So I'm pretty excited to go pick them up some of their favorite food, spoil them. Speaking of spoiling, I finally get to give Angie her gift, but it just so works out. Her gift is also going to be partially a welcome baby gift. As soon as baby was born, I jumped on getting this custom star chart made because their nursery theme is space, which is the cutest thing ever. And so you get to custom pick like the color you want this star map to be, and then you can add information, which I'm not going to show you all the information, but I do want to get it framed, so I'll show you it and then we can frame it. So simple, and it's his star chart. So I just thought that was so sweet, and it matches their colors. So I found this frame at Target that I'm gonna go ahead really quickly and put it in. But her birthday gift, I just made her a little self-care kit with just some fun things, hair clips, eye patches, she does not need the receipt, a candle that she loves, her favorite like face mist, lotion, just little things for her. And then I got her a gift card. Humans helping humans. I guess it just makes sense. It would warm your heart, but I love when strangers are just so kind. It's the simplest things, and it's like just little reminders like that, like kindness and love just are so sweet. And it was just, I was thinking about it because I picked up their food. There were tons of people in there. Like, this restaurant only is open from 4 to 10 or something, and so like right at 4 there's always a rush here. I knew it, so I ordered online, smart thinking, and my food was ready, but there was this long line of people waiting to order their to-go orders, and I was carrying these 2 big bags of food, and this gentleman was at the end of the line and got out of his place in line to open the door for me. But as he was like getting out of his place in line, somebody was coming in the door, and so he like waved them down to stop and hold the door open. And it was just so sweet, and like we all kind of had a chuckle, and I just thanked them so much. I was like, thank you guys, like what a great team we have, and they thought it was so funny. And like, I don't know, I just thought that was so sweet. Like, somebody was willing to give up their place in line to hold the door open for me. Like, thank you, sweet gentleman. I don't know you, but you made my day. And you know what's going to make my day even more special? Getting to see this sweet baby. So I'm going to head to Angie's with their food. It smells delicious. I should have gotten something for me. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. And I just got back from a very nice walk. I was telling him as we were walking, I was like, it feels like we live near the beach lately. Like, the weather has just been so beautiful. Like, there's gloom in the morning and then it burns off, and it's just so perfect. Meeting sweet baby was just awesome. We had such a good time, such a nice time to just chat with my friend and check in on her and their little family, and get some baby snuggles. And my heart's just so full, so sweet. What a great way to end the day to end the vlog. I know I didn't show anything there, but again, just wanted that to be a special time with us, and it's her baby, her family, and I wasn't trying to be intrusive with my camera and documentation, but it was very sweet. So thank you for coming and getting food with me and joining that process. But yeah, it has been such a great week. I loved getting to do the outdoor activities with the kids. That just, I don't know, that makes my heart sing in a whole other way, because we get to be in nature, and I get so much enthusiasm, like an interaction with the kids when we are just in a different environment and kind of taking in the surroundings and getting to talk about things outside. It's just fun, and it's been a beautiful couple days to do it. I was telling Mark a little bit ago, I feel like the last 2 days, not today really so much included, but today I was having the thoughts of feeling like, oh, I feel the stress finally kind of passing. The last 2 days have felt more high stress, just with so many things to do, you know, so many random things happening in life, and, you know, different after school commitments and things, which have all been very exciting and I'm grateful for, but definitely can add to the stress if I really allow it to. So just focusing on letting that pass was a huge piece of it. But what I was realizing was putting a time constraint on it, like, oh, I want this to be past, you know, I don't want to feel this way in 30 seconds, or I don't want to feel this way in 2 days, or whatever. And I am very grateful that every time I found myself thinking about my to-do list and getting a little bit stressed, I reminded myself that it would pass, but I didn't put a time limit on it. And so today, as I was kind of feeling like it really was passing and I felt better about things, I realized what I can say to myself in the future is, this will pass. But I don't have to give myself a timeline, because that's only creating more stress. I really think that's why I wasn't sleeping well. Just a little, you know, advice for you, a little tip. It passes, it does, but you have to be willing to remind yourself that it will, and not putting more demands on yourself to get through things at a certain pace. It all will happen in time. That's kind of how I wanted to end this little chat, or this little vlog, because I'm really grateful that we got to kind of go through it together. We're gonna make dinner. I'm very hungry right now. And you know what happens when I'm hungry? I ramble. So I'm gonna end the rambling, and I am going to say I will see you in the next vlog. Good night, goodbye. I'll see you very soon. All right, bye.